You think about the most complete basketball player, Michael Jordan was it. That year we won 56, 57, 58 games, something like that. We were really good. If you were going to beat us, you had to do something special. And I knew what we were up against in him. You knew it was going to be a daunting task. You're going to play your best basketball, and he's just not going to have an off game. And you're trying to make sure you manage everyone else, and hopefully he has a few misses here or there. They were struggling, and so Michael, I vividly remember one play, he came off of a screen, and he was really supposed to kick the ball to the corner, but he turned the corner, he went to the basket. And I was like, oh, okay. And he took it upon himself to score. Went to overtime, and he was just unstoppable. And he scored, obviously 69 points. He had almost 20 rebounds. So it was remarkable to watch that and to be a part of that, because we had done everything right. And even defending him, we were getting into him, and he was taking tough shots. He was just making them. Michael Jordan took what they did to the next level because of his explosiveness, his swag, his demeanor, and ultimately his success.
Welcome, everyone, to Richfield, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavaliers. With Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Cleveland hosting Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. It's a key game in the Eastern Conference playoff race. And Mike, this Cavs-Bulls matchup, it's turned into quite a rivalry.
There are many people looking forward to this matchup. Chicago has eliminated Cleveland in each of the last 2 years, both times in a deciding Game 5 of the first round. They know each other so well. No love lost between them.
None at all. And in terms of familiarity, this is the 26th matchup, Clark, between these teams over the last 3 years. That's a lot of battles. And there are no secrets, are there?
None at all, partner. You think the Bulls and Cavs could call each other's plays out. That's how well they know each other. Tonight, I think it comes down to execution at both ends. Of course, Chicago has an X factor and a significant edge when it comes to Michael Jordan.
Now, let's give you the starting fives. For Chicago in the backcourt, John Paxson running the point. And at the 2, it's the former MVP, Michael Jordan. A defensive stopper. Scottie Pippen is the small forward. Horace Grant at the power forward spot. And at center, the big man, 7'1", Bill Cartwright. And introducing the Cleveland starters. Sharp-shooting Mark Price is at the 1. And the defensive specialist, Craig Elo, joins him in the backcourt. The forwards, rookie third-round pick Winston Bennett at 3. With the experienced Larry Nance playing power forward. And finally, the two-time All-Star, Brad Daugherty, is the center.
So far this year, in the first 3 meetings between Chicago and Cleveland, all Bulls wins, Michael Jordan is averaging 44 points per game against the Cavs, shooting 55%. MJ is the last guy Cleveland wants to see.
And here's Price, following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Elo, and the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
Cleveland fans looking nervous as Jordan is finding his groove early on.
It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. 8-point game. And Clark, to be fair, Michael Jordan might be the last guy any team in this NBA wants to face.
Well, you won't get any disagreement from me, Kevin. I mean, he's on his way to his 4th straight scoring title, and Jordan is, in fact, the show in the NBA right now, guys.
He is indeed. Well, Michael Jordan on a historic pace. And for more, here's David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Michael Jordan is well on his way to a 4th straight scoring title. With 14 games left, including tonight, Jordan's averaging more than 33 points per game, giving him a more than 2-point lead over Utah's Karl Malone. The only other player to lead the league 4 straight seasons, the great Wilt Chamberlain. Back to you, Kevin.
That's some good history right there, David. Thank you. MJ is a special player. He's a great scorer. Mike, look at his game. Tell me why.
This might not be the first thing you think of, but his conditioning has a lot to do with it. MJ just never gets tired. He can carry a team.
I've never seen anything like it. Well, Mike, at breakfast, we were opening up the papers here in Cleveland, the front page of the sports section. An article about the Cavs' Craig Ehlo trying to guard Michael Jordan.
You just know Michael read that article like we did.
The best three-point shooting team in the NBA, Clark, the Cleveland Cavaliers, leading the league at 41%. They also are number 1 in attempts and in three-point shots made.
And you know, Kevin, the injury to Brad Daugherty, I think, forced Cleveland into becoming a more focused team from the three-point line. Guys like Price and Craig Ehlo, Steve Kerr, all shooting it well. That's Mark Price, for those wondering.
That's right. And here is Ehlo following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Poke loose.
He wanted to answer right back, just couldn't knock it home.
From deep three-point range, it's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
Listen, you either double Jordan now or you're going to pay for it later.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
Chicago made a coaching change in the offseason, promoting Phil Jackson from assistant to head coach.
The goal for Jackson is simple. Get this Bulls team to the finals. Win a title.
And here's Price following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Nance outside. Passes it to Bennett. They could use a bucket. Can't hit that one. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
For the Bulls, Bill Cartwright has struggled coming back from a knee injury. In the 9 games since his return, the big fella is just averaging 9 points per game.
And the Bulls really need Cartwright to provide some offense. Look for Chicago to give him some touches early in the game to try and get him going.
Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
We've seen Jordan go to work on his three-point shooting, and the improvement very evident here tonight.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Ehlo. The Cavaliers with another miss.
Hey, I think that green light they'd given him early should probably go red now. I mean, he needs to get some other folks involved.
Talking to Coach Lenny Wilkins in terms of defending Michael Jordan, Cleveland is looking to start the game with Winston Bennett on MJ.
And then they'd like to end it, Coach, with Craig Ehlo guarding him. The idea behind that, to me, is start Bennett on him, and then hopefully Craig Ehlo is fresh down the stretch.
And the Bulls, another 3.
From the tip, this team has flexed its muscles and shown its dominance.
What a start, particularly on the offensive end.
Now, here's Price. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. The pass to Ehlo. Three-pointer. And they'll get another chance. And another miss by Cleveland. Here's Jordan. Sinks that one from the post. Jordan's got 37.
How do you expand the lead? Increase it. It takes good play on both ends.
Yeah, it's not just about buckets, not just about stops. You need both.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Draining threes left and right, making it rain from behind the arc.
Nothing the D is doing has worked, which is why they are going to continue gunning from outside the arc.
Pass to Ehlo. Back to Price. Here's Ehlo. Shot to stop the run. That shot missing. And so it's the Chicago Bulls sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end.
0. The Bulls.
Welcome back, everyone, to Richfield, Ohio, just a bit south of Cleveland, home of the Cavs. Kevin Harlan, Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge here. We're set for the start of the second quarter between the Cavs and Bulls. It's a big matchup in the Central Division.
Opening night for both of these teams in Chicago, Michael Jordan went off for 54 points. An overtime win for the Bulls.
The headline of the Cleveland Sports page, Mission Impossible. Ehlo to try to ground Air Jordan. For more, let's go to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, you can bet that Michael Jordan read that as well. He's quoted in the article as saying, Craig Ehlo is a very good defender, and I accept him as a challenge. Now, the backstory, of course, is that Ehlo was a minor league player just 3 years ago. He signed a new contract here in Cleveland, and his defense was a big reason why. But You know Jordan's going to bring something extra tonight. Kevin?
He always does, David. Thank you for that. Mike, the Cavs coaches probably wish they ran that story on another day.
I mean, did they have to run that article today? Let's be clear. As good as Elo is, no one is stopping Michael Jordan when he's on. Sorry, Craig.
So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got John Paxson. Cartwright is out there with Grant. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Pippen in at the 3 spot.
He's letting it fly from downtown, and you can see the confidence is obvious when he shoots the 3 ball, and that's part of what makes him such an outstanding shooter.
Yeah, no question. And I don't understand why the defense hasn't adjusted and tried to chase him off the line.
And it's Price missing. Michael Jordan has had such great success, Mike, against this Cleveland franchise, hasn't he?
The shot last year on this floor, 54 points opening night in Chicago. MJ loves playing the Cavs.
He does indeed. Pass to Doherty. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter to halt the run. And another miss by Cleveland.
And to me, they appear desperate to stop this cold streak right now. So far, nothing is working.
You can see the frustration is mounting, and because of this, their offense has been sputtering.
Paxson against Price. Paxson with the steal. And here we go again. The Bulls in transition. Up the court they go. An excellent job by the Bulls, Clark, so far on defense. They've limited the Cavs' three-point shooting game.
With Jordan and Pippen defending the perimeter, hard to get good looks. The Bulls are not an easy team to knock down threes on.
Not at all. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And stolen by Jordan. Here's the 3. A regular season record. Michael Jordan has 62. Now just 1 away from his career high. Knocked away. There's the triple. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
They can't miss on an absolute tear.
This is a thing of beauty. Perfect offensive basketball.
To the paint. Here's Doherty. That's in, coming off an assist from Price.
Price does such a good job. Always seems to find the open man. This is a guy who loves to share the basketball.
The first-year head coach.
Michael Jordan, now at 67 points, has now set this building's scoring record. Absolutely outstanding. And so Price will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Passes it to Williams. Nance with it. Defended by Pippen. Nance outside. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Price from past the arc. No good on that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And Bulls coach, unbelievable. Jordan just notched 69 points. A man on a mission tonight, folks. Holy cow. 1:09 left to play here in the second quarter. Williams against Grant. Shoots a fader. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I'm sure he's upset right now. He had a space, had it all lined up, but just couldn't convert on the mid-range jumper.
And that one, good.
The Cavs shocking the NBA with a huge trade back in November, trading their leading scorer, one of the best 2 guards in the league, Ron Harper, and a first-round pick to the Clippers, and got 2 young players back.
Williams with a clean look. The rebound by Cartwright.
got the look he wanted. Sometimes it just doesn't go down.
Here's Jordan, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You know, you can feel they're starting to take control of this one. You just get the sense they've got their hands on the steering wheel nice and tight.
And their play on the offensive end, it's the biggest reason they're winning.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this lead can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
And stolen by Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Great recognition there by Paxson. Noticing the open teammate and setting him up for the painless bucket.
Price outside. Here's Doherty. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Doherty's got 4 this quarter.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And here's what a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now they've got even more of it.
And so it's Chicago with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. All right, here we go. The second half start from Northeast Ohio with Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and DA. This is Kevin Harlan. It's the Cavs and Bulls, a huge game in the Eastern Conference playoff picture. Now the Cavaliers with it. Thus far, another monster game for Michael Jordan against Cleveland. You know, Mike, he just owns the Cavaliers, doesn't he?
Well, the newspaper editor didn't do Cleveland any favors by running that article. Jordan making a point tonight, no one can guard me.
Very clear. Price is out there with Elo. Then there's Doherty. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Bennett in at the small forward. They're the group for Lenny Wilkins starting the second half. The Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Now Elo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. With the floater. Rebound by the Bulls. Grant Scott, rebound number 8 now on the night. And looking at Cleveland's three-point numbers, Clark, they're down compared to what they normally do.
Well, you know, it was a point of emphasis and focus for Phil Jackson and his staff. I mean, the Cavs offense is centered around, predicated on knocking down threes, so Chicago clearly looking to disrupt that.
It's deflected.
The length of Cartwright, 7'1", disruptive.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the wide open shot from Price. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Sometimes you do things right on offense, and the shots just don't fall.
Here's Pippen. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Grant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Pippen showing you nice agility that time, working around tough defense, able to play through that contact.
And now, here's Pippen with the fast break chance. Cartwright gets the bucket.
It is great to see Brad Daugherty out there. Earlier in the season, Brad had ankle surgery, and he still isn't up to 100%. If Cleveland wants to make the playoffs, they need Daugherty healthy.
Inside, here's Nance, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And the dunk by Grant.
And perhaps the coach lit a fire under them at halftime because they have owned this 3rd quarter.
And it's important for them to keep it going. Can't show any signs of slowing down.
And the great Brad Daugherty, an all-star the previous 2 seasons for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, he's the #1 overall pick back in 1986, and he certainly has lived up to the billing of being a franchise center. He's a double-double machine, highly efficient, very skilled, and still working his way back to that all-star level.
Clark, you were a double-double machine, about 19 points a game, and just a hair under 10 rebounds a game.
Yeah, I found my way into that category the short time that I played, Kevin. Look, the Cavs have been a bit disappointing this season, sitting at 32 and 36 right now. Remember, last year they won 57 games, the second most in the NBA, won an incredible 37-4 in this building. A few things have been a little off this year, to say the least.
Well, that's another low percentage shot. He's been settling throughout this game for those kinds of shots.
And the shot goes down.
Boy, are they locked in on offense, knocking down every shot right now.
And the other team has to step it up on defense. No excuse letting them torch you like this.
Nance outside. And here's Bennett. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Cleveland just a few levels below last year. Coach, why is that?
The Ron Harper trade has been a disaster. That's 18-5-5 you lose from Harper. Brad Daugherty's ankle injury has really hurt this team. They need to come together quick to make the playoffs.
Real quick. Nance, no good. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
There's that touch from mid-range. Cartwright making it look effortless out there.
Things just haven't come together, Mike, for them in these last couple possessions.
I think they need to slow down and wait for the right shot, a high percentage shot. Michael Jordan won the MVP in 1988, finished second in voting last year to Magic Johnson. I think he's in the conversation again. MJ leads the league in scoring. The Bulls with the second best record in the East.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Brown, he's checked in for Bennett. And Kerr's subbed in for Price. Kerr, that one off the back iron and out. Outside Pippen, and the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Cavaliers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here's Jordan. Difficult jumper to the top of the key, reminiscent for Cavs fans of a playoff eliminating sequence from last year. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the pass to Brown. Awilo fires the three. Rebound, Grant. Grant's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. That one goes in. Jordan's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Found the crease, took advantage, and got it in close.
An edge to this lead. They're having their way.
And here's Kerr from the arc. That shot off. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after. All right, we've made it to the fourth quarter. Kevin, Mike, Clark, and DA with you. Yet another matchup between the Cavs and the Bulls. These two know each other so well.
Well, when you talk about Craig Elo, what a story this guy.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, I like that. The reverse jam.
Oh, yeah, look at the camera flashes popping up.
Nicely done.
So for Chicago right now, Grant is out there with Pippen, and it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Paxson, and it's Cartwright in at the center. Williams gets the bucket.
Gets the defender to sell out on the pump fake, then flips it in.
And the jam by Bill Cartwright.
Assisted by
Very physical play by Cartwright. Defense just doesn't want to get in the way.
Knocked loose. Grant the pass for Clark. Throws down the alley-oop slam. Clark, the Bulls have done a great job against the Cavs' three-point shooting game. Nice D from Chicago.
Well, I think it starts with Michael Jordan. I mean, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year. Plus, you had Scottie Pippen, excellent defensively in his own right. And that duo can turn your water off with their perimeter defense.
Yes, they can.
That's a heads-up play by Kerr, finding the open man and getting him the ball on time and on target. Well done. Looks like somebody might be mad about his contract, the way he's hoisting that thing up.
Yeah, really weird time to take that shot.
Here's Hardy. Pass to Williams. 4 on the clock. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Well, we've been tracking the scoring of Michael Jordan. And, Coach, no surprise. He has been dynamite.
Did they have to run that story today about Elo guarding Jordan? I think the article poked the bear, as if Jordan needed anything else to motivate him.
Isn't that the truth? My goodness. Out left to the wing. Pass to Hardy. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Brown. Here's Rollins. Misses off the left iron. Pippen kicks to Jordan. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Plays with so much ferocity, erasing that size mismatch clearly.
He won't be bullied in there regardless of the height disadvantage.
And it's checked in for Williams. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Paxson with the steal. Hits it from three-point range. Paxson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Excellent from deep. Paxson isn't a guy you can leave, so that helps space the floor.
Tipped away. Stolen by Pippen. Oh, and here comes Pippen all alone. Trying his luck from deep. They get the rebound. Here's Cartwright. And the jam by Bill Cartwright. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Unrelenting on the boards. Cartwright using that strength and size to get those second shot points.
2 minutes.
Pass to Rollins. Will it go? Chicago grabs the miss. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Paxson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Operating inside at close range, Paxson put a nice touch on that inside shot.
Coach Fratello, a big issue for them. I know it drives you crazy. Turnovers.
You just can't afford to give away anything in this league.
Kerr, the pass to Rollins. Got a piece of it. Paxson kicks to Jordan. Shoots over Hardy. Another one falls for Chicago.
As they keep expanding this lead, keep feeding him the ball.
He's having a great shooting night, so yeah, I'd say getting him the rock is a great game plan.
Brown feeling out a bit. The rebound by Grant.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
He gets that one.
They've turned it up a notch here during this home stretch.
Yeah, saving their best basketball for when it mattered the most. That's how you secure a win.
There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Good on the bucket.
Love seeing this kind of interior passing. This is how you break a defense down.
And the dunk by Grant.
Look out. Grant attacking the rim like there's nothing the defense can do about it.
That's tipped. Now the pass to Bennett. Here's the break. Paxson with the ball, picked up by Brown, and Pippen slams it in.
Taking flight, Scottie Pippen going upstairs.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Hardy, guarded by Paxson, off on the layup. Pippen against Kerr. Pippen outside. Fires it up. Misses. And the Bulls with another win over Cleveland. Coach, Chicago is 4-0 against the Cavs this season.
They've got one more meeting in 2 weeks to finish the season series. But, guys, this is total domination by Chicago.
And, Clark, tonight, a Bulls win and a brutal loss for the Cavs in this playoff race.
Definitely, Kevin. I mean, they're a full game out now. Still, Cleveland does have 13 games left, and the Bulls, they solidify their spot as the 2 seed.
It appears they have. For Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, and our entire 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change direction really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like, we're like, oh. We start a fast break, somebody's gonna get dunked on, and it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really getting to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he got out the game, I had to go guard him. I don't think anybody else could have guarded him. John Sally, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, no. Whenever he got the ball, I'm pretty much like nose to nose with him because I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I'm gonna name the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground. If you see some of those clips, you'll see that we just hit him every time he goes to the basket. And he's always on the ground, like in pain. But he always gets back up. He learned after a while, man, that he just took control from there. I think people really saw one of the best performances in the NBA when Michael played against us. And we didn't let anyone do that against us. But almost put 50 on us quick. Check his resume out. It's awesome. It's like, wow, this guy is amazing.
The tallest building in the world, the Sears Tower, and the pride of Chicago, where we get ready for playoff basketball. Welcome, everyone, to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm Kevin Harlan with Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. We have Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Mike, I hope you can hear me. This Chicago arena is rocking right now.
Well, this city knows how pivotal this game is for the Bulls. It's a must-win situation for Chicago, and they'll need to be at their best to stand a chance.
Oh, and that won't be easy. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Clark, have so far been stifled by this great Piston D.
Well, the Pistons are known as the bad boys, and for good reason. The defense is suffocating, it's physical, it's disruptive, and it's unrelenting. Chicago has to find some way to get their offense going in this series.
As you always say, they hang their hats on their defensive play.
That's right.
Here now, a look at the starting five for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Lambeer, the fearsome front court pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting five for the Bulls. Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons defense, so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
Here's Jordan. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The touch on Jordan's close-range shots is really outstanding. He almost makes it look simple and easy to score in close like that.
Oh, and here comes Pippen all alone. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Hey, you get a steal right now. You should take that break.
And that's exactly what they did. Transition defense is normally not set up.
And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And they know he's the key to the Bulls' offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first 2 games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation. And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in game 1, and then he had 10 points in game 2. He wants to get it going tonight. You can just feel it.
Absolutely, and you figure Zeke will have to be better than that. I mean, he's too good of a player to put up numbers like that all series long.
Yeah, I agree. Now, here's Jordan. Dennis Rodman missing his last shot. Count it.
Sensing an opportunity to score and going after it. Superb job inside from Grant.
Outside Thomas. Lambira screen from the high post. Unable to get that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. Right, the Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this. Here's Dumars after the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Thomas. And the Bulls ratcheting up the defense a little tighter. Jordan against Thomas. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got his second bucket.
Going inside with purpose and on a mission. Making it happen in tight.
Yeah, the intensity is outstanding. And high percentage looks are a great way to build a lead.
And, well, that looks like an intentional foul there. Any idea why, Clark?
No idea at all, Kevin. I mean, maybe he wanted a break? Come on, man. I assume he'll be hearing about that one because that was not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Armstrong's checked in for Cartwright, and King subbed in for Grant. Yes, that goes in.
And the Bulls seemingly over their injury issues now. Paxson's ankle and Jordan's hip are looking close to 100%.
And, you know, Mike, it was obvious how those injuries impacted the Bulls early on. In games 1 and 2, their backcourt was just not at full strength.
Now, here's Rodman. Thomas, it's a wide open look. The rebound by Jordan.
You don't get a lot of those chances. He's going to want that shot back.
With the drive and the dunk by Jordan.
Their scoring has been a problem. Been tough to handle.
And it's enabled them to establish a substantial lead in the early going.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside Dumars. Puts up a three. A second chance effort. That one, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Mike Fratello, Michael Jordan, through the first 2 games has been solid. But we know he is capable of more.
Just 20 points for him last game. I would imagine he does everything in his power to put up bigger numbers than that tonight.
This could be an all-timer. Edwards, that's good.
Such an excellent teammate. Dumars guys appreciate when he passes it to them when they're open.
And 3 from Jordan, and the Bulls another 3.
Well, they had a plan coming into this one, and they have executed on it perfectly.
Yeah, getting out ahead early on by stifling the competition on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Dumars. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Defense backing off there, knowing the mid-ranger is a low percentage of it.
And they double up Jordan. Shoots over Dumars. Called the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And when Jordan is in rhythm now, his pull-up game, deadly. Shoots it with such confidence.
Thomas passes to Rodman. The feed now to Dumars. Great D that time from Jordan.
And he was able to get a pretty good look right at the rim. Just unable to convert that time.
And yes, it's good. Jordan's got 15.
And right now, MJ has it going on. His teammates should just continue to get him the rock.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. Here's Rodman. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Jordan. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. Right back after this break.
6.
Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago. Pistons trail by 19.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points chipped in from the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Dumars is out there with Thomas. Then there's Aguirre. Then it's Lambeer. And it's Edwards in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Hey, the defense has the right idea there, but Jordan has the skills to overcome the contact.
Hey, Clark, remember in Game 1, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in Game 2, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up.
Now here's Jordan. Up and in on the layup. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, they aren't showing any signs of easing up. Their offense looks superb right now.
They can't get careless with the lead. And so far, this hasn't been the case.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together.
There are very few players who can slow a score of his caliber down.
Here's Thomas, following the basket by Michael Jordan. Thomas passes to Dumars. Down low, Edwards. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Edwards got 6. Mike looking at this Pistons offense, the pick and roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
And it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot and rarely settle for bad ones.
Very smart team. Mike Jordan is coming out of the gate hot, as we can see, shaking off that last 20-point performance.
And this was one of the more predictable things to happen. Jordan is just too competitive and driven to not come out strong after last game.
We knew it was going to happen. And a look at the 2 stars of these teams. Michael Jordan, coach, has been magnificent early on.
This is exactly how Jordan and the Bulls wanted to start things off. Jordan is locked in. He looks like he's on his way to another incredible performance.
For the Pistons, Sally, he's checked in for Lambeer, and it's Johnson in for Joe Dumars. Sally with a screen on Paxson. Bounce pass Thomas. Pippen against Aguirre. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
More pressure from the Bulls D has forced some mistakes from Detroit's offense. I like the game plan. Stick with it and take advantage of those extra possessions. Looking at the Pistons, you have to appreciate their approach. They play to their strengths and keep a very level head throughout the game. The Bulls are doing a nice job adapting to the rough Detroit defense. They know the contact is coming, absorb it, and go make a play.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And with the Pistons' approach, Clark, it's almost methodical how they go about things.
Kevin, it's not only methodical, it is maniacal and physical. And that's what being a champion does to you. This team knows they're great. They feel if they play their game, nobody can beat them physically, but more importantly, emotionally and mentally.
So confident. Once again, Thomas struggling, Clark, to find any rhythm on offense.
And I'm wondering, Kevin, if it's the Bulls' defense or something else. He's had a tough time getting his shot to fall.
Now here's Thomas. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Edwards trying to get open. Again, Thomas misses. Still unable to find his groove here against the Bulls. And for a word about the Pistons' second unit, we send it to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, typically the Pistons only play 8 guys, but they may go 12 deep now. Scott Hastings has started something called the Bench Bandits in Detroit. They wear rubber bands on their left wrists, and if one of those last 4 guys isn't paying attention, they snap it. It's kind of a painful way to stay focused. Guys, back to you.
It seems that way. Something's working, though. Mike, in the first 2 games, Pistons bench outscored the Bulls bench by 30 points.
That's a whopping margin. It's been no contest. A major storyline in this series.
Agreed. So it's Detroit now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson, a wide open look to end the drought. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 8 points. Well, the Bulls have done a much better job, Clark, limiting turnovers in this game.
And it seems like they've made a concentrated effort to be more careful, to squeeze that orange a little bit better. You can see the change compared to last game.
Here's Thomas after the made shot from Michael Jordan. There's the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Pippen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And then Jordan slams it in.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
And so Thomas will bring it up for Detroit. They want to break this scoring drought, Mike.
Well, they've had a lid over the basket for a while now.
Indeed. The pass to Aguirre. Shoots over Pippen. Aguirre, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. This is his 2nd attempt at the line tonight. Free throw good, Jordan.
You know, the separator with Jordan from other guys is his drive. That's obvious in my mind. He wants to win more than most anybody else out there on the floor.
Here's Aguirre. The rebound by Armstrong. With 1 on the clock. And he hits the buzzer beater.
He was doing whatever he wanted to out there. I love how he closed out this quarter.
The D looking helpless.
Welcome, everyone, back to Chicago. It's the Bulls and Pistons in an Eastern Conference Finals showdown.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
Pippen is out there with King. And it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Armstrong. And it's Paxson in at the 1. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Ambier's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Here's Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Pippen in particular, Clark, shied away from driving early in this series, it seemed.
Well, Kevin, the Bulls know the Pistons are going to touch them up, be physical with them when they drive the ball. But they need to get over that and go with reckless abandon and strength to the basket. Settling for outside shots is not going to win them this series.
And Chicago has possession. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Jordan's got 45 points.
Playing well on both ends of the floor, stifling defense and dangerous that's a heck of a combo.
That's what has built this lead.
And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
Textbook timing from Pippen. He tracks the pass and gets there for the big finishing touch.
Outside Thomas. Fires, high post. Chicago grabs the miss. If you look back to the prior year, Mike Fratello, the Pistons won all 6 regular season games. And the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls.
It's a budding rivalry. The Pistons aren't intimidated by Jordan. Feels like these teams have been in each other's way the last few years.
Which makes for a great rival.
That shot was too good to pass on, but he just couldn't get it totally dialed in.
The shot's good from Paxson.
Coming out of halftime, they're on an absolute tear.
And I don't know what was said in that locker room, but it's working. And regardless of how this series goes, what a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the second most in franchise history.
Passes it to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Here's Edwards. They can't stop the run with that one. Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical, and you could see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions. Struggling to find their flow while the other team is on the roll.
Yeah, this drought is really hurting them. They've got to mix things up and try and snap out of it.
Enjoying this big lead, and right now they look unstoppable on offense.
Everything is going exactly how their coach drew it up. Top to bottom, this is the pinnacle of execution.
Thomas passes to Dumars. Detroit, no good that time either. Dumars gone just 1 for 7 shooting tonight. Outside Pippen. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Pippen's got 12.
What a power surge by these guys. They can't miss.
Literally, what a stretch.
And it's Edwards, top of the key. Thomas against Pippen. On the wing, Dumars. Outside, Rodman. Clock at 6. Thomas outside. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
In a way, Jordan is your point guard. He's the initiator.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Pistons. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Jackson with the steal. From deep. And the Bulls another 3.
Boy, they're cranking it. Up a notch right now, really setting the pace for this game.
Exceptional in transition. Great job running all 94 feet.
Pass to Laimbeer. They need this. It's hauled in by Pippen. Pippen's got his 5th rebound in this one. In the second half now, and Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
It's been wonderful.
I think what you most appreciate about Pippen, at least I do, is his versatility. I mean, he scores it, he rebounds, he passes, and he defends at a really high level.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Sally, he's checked in for Edwards. Aguirre comes in for Rodman. And it's Johnson in for Dumars.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. You might as well just get out of the way when that's the case.
And the Pistons with possession here. Now Thomas. No points in the game yet for him. Teardrop shot. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. In Chicago, opening up a huge gap. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Here we go, the fourth quarter on the way in this crucial Game 3. In the Eastern Conference Finals. Here is Paxson.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson.
On the court for the Pistons, we've got Johnson. Sally is out there with Bedford. Then there's Aguirre. And it's Henderson in at the one. And now let's hand it over to D.A.
Thanks very much. Now, Craig Hodges said that his team has to accept Michael Jordan's vocal leadership. He said in order for us to be great, it has to come from somewhere. Last year we had Dave Corzine who spoke up a bit, trying to keep us together. Without him here, Michael has to step forward and do that type of thing. Guys, back to you.
David, thanks. You can just imagine, can't you, Clark, what he must be telling them right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and I'm quite sure it's probably not appropriate for the broadcast airwaves.
Well said. And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And you know, Kevin Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
Mike Fratello, what a gigantic night for Michael Jordan against these Detroit Pistons.
First game of the series at home, you knew this would be Michael's time to shine. What a memorable performance from an elite player.
Against these bad boys from Detroit.
Tremendous strength there from Jordan. Knows he's going to get hacked inside, finishes through it.
Got a piece of it. Paxson with the steal. And a wide open look for Jordan. That one falls, coming off of Paxson's speed. Paxson's got 5 assists in the game. Johnson with it. Pass to Bedford. To the middle. Here's Aguirre. And too long on the shot. Chicago with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. And they double up Jordan. Over Henderson. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Smooth as silk. MJ with one of the best pull-up jumpers you'll ever see.
Aguirre against Paxson. There's the pass to Sally. The shot missing. And the Bulls going the other way now. Jordan deciding where to go with it, and he gets it to go. Jordan's got 57 points.
Down the stretch, when you need buckets, go to the guy who's gotten you this far.
Yeah, he's been relentless.
Passes to Aguirre. Takes a 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Pippen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Armstrong gets the bucket. Armstrong's got 6 in the quarter.
And Armstrong likes trying his luck inside, too, demonstrating that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Johnson, the pass to Henderson. We've got 1:48 left in the game. Pass to Bedford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Aguirre. Detroit, no good that time either. Now the Bulls with it. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. They get it back. And here's Jordan outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Jordan's got 60.
Well, they have been raining threes here in the second half.
And when a team is locked in like this from outside, they become hard to beat.
Johnson. It's hauled in by Pippen. Pippen's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Paxson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, it's good to see Jordan focus on distributing the ball some. I mean, an all-around talent who does everything for this team.
Henderson against Paxson. Pass to Johnson. To the inside. 11 feet away. Off the left rim and out. Now here's King. Bill Lambert's checked in for Detroit. Rodman comes in for Aguayo. They can't seem to stop anything right now.
Yeah, you know, it's starting to bubble over emotionally.
Here's Johnson. It doesn't go for him, so the Bulls will take it the other way. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Pippen. 62 points for Jordan.
That should put a stamp on this one.
Great way to close out a victory.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Paxson against Henderson. The open shot by Johnson. And Pippen pulls it down. Armstrong against Rodman. Up top, Armstrong. He kicks it to Pippen. A 3-ball. It counts.
An elite score, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Like in a game they needed to win so badly, Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
Series now moves to 2-1, and the Bulls are very much in it.
Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the next event.